This investigation uncovers the terrifying reality of the Bermuda Triangle by connecting 500 years of disappearances, from Christopher Columbus's early voyages to modern aviation disasters. We are deep diving into this oceanic enigma to reveal what they found hidden beneath the waves. While modern science claims to have all the answers, the Bermuda Triangle is still playing tricks on our reality, making us question the very fabric of our world. Today, you will learn something that will make you freeze in your tracks. A truth so unsettling, it will reshape everything you thought you knew about this notorious stretch of water. But why does this region continue to defy explanation, swallowing ships and planes without a trace? The answers are far more disturbing than you can imagine, lying in a convergence of natural forces that create the perfect storm for oblivion. Over the next 9 minutes, we will peel back the layers of a mystery that has baffled mankind for half a millennium, a puzzle that has haunted sailors and aviators for generations. You'll discover the untold history of what Christopher Columbus actually saw in 1492, a sight so terrifying, so otherworldly, that it wasn't fully explained for centuries, leaving his crew to believe they had sailed to the edge of the world. We will then leap forward in time to analyze the final desperate radio transmissions of Flight 19, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy bombers whose seasoned pilots claimed the very laws of physics were breaking down around them as they flew into a void. Their voices, filled with a confusion that bordered on terror, are a chilling testament to the Triangle's power. And by the end of this video, I will reveal a Bermuda Triangle secret that science has only recently dared to uncover. Shocking twist that proves the ocean floor is far more dangerous and far more active than any ghost story or supernatural myth. If you think you know the truth about these unexplained disappearances, if you believe the simple debunks and easy answers, then think again. The reality is infinitely more complex and frightening. To truly understand the all-consuming darkness of the Bermuda Triangle, we must journey back to the year 1492.
Welcome back to the Untold Crypt. Look, we don't just tell stories here. We crack open the forbidden vaults of history that the world was meant to forget. If you're hooked on secret history, bone-chilling mysteries, and mind-bending science facts, you're in the right place. Do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and join the inner circle so you never miss a deep dive into the unknown. Smash that like button if you're ready to dig deep now.
A time of exploration and superstition. As the legendary explorer Christopher Columbus navigated his fleet through these treacherous, uncharted waters, he meticulously recorded a series of phenomena that chilled his hardened crew to the bone, shaking their faith in their mission and their captain. His compass, the single most crucial piece of technology on board, the only thing keeping them from being hopelessly lost forever. In the vast, empty expanse of the Atlantic suddenly began to spin in frantic, useless circles. The needle, which should have pointed steadfastly north, danced erratically, rendering their navigation useless. Then, one night, he and his crew witnessed a marvelous flame of fire streak across the dark sky and crash violently into the sea. An event so shocking it was logged as a dire omen. This wasn't just sailors' folklore whispered in smoky taverns. It was the first officially recorded, high-profile mystery of the Atlantic, documented by one of history's most famous figures. But as the centuries rolled on, the silence of the Triangle only grew deeper and more profound, its reputation for swallowing souls growing with each passing decade. The mystery intensified in 1881 when the crew of the Ellen Austin, a large American schooner, stumbled upon a derelict vessel drifting aimlessly in the Sargasso Sea, a strange, calm patch of ocean often associated with the Triangle. The ship was fully intact, its sails still catching the wind, its cargo untouched, but it was completely and eerily devoid of life. There was not a single soul on board. This was the birth of the ghost ship's legend, a story that would echo through maritime history. In a desperate attempt to claim the vessel as salvage, the captain of the Ellen Austin placed a prize crew on the ghost ship. However, a storm separated the two vessels, and when the Ellen Austin found the ship again, the new crew had also vanished. Every time a crew was placed on that ship to salvage it, they simply vanished. There were no signs of a struggle. There was no spilled blood, just a profound, terrifying absence that defied all logic. As humanity moved into the industrial age of steel and steam, the disappearances became even more massive, more inexplicable, and more terrifying. The USS Cyclops, a colossal collier ship of the US Navy and a true giant of its time, vanished without a trace in March 1918, carrying over 300 crew and passengers. This 542-foot behemoth was a symbol of American naval power, yet it was erased from existence as if it had never been. There was no wreckage found, no floating debris, not even an oil slick to mark its final resting place. It was as if the ocean had opened its colossal mouth and swallowed the ship whole, leaving behind only questions and grief. But even this monumental loss pales in comparison to the enduring, haunting tragedy of Flight 19. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy Avenger bombers, led by experienced pilots on a routine training mission, took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hours later, their radio transmissions became confused and panicked. They suddenly reported that everything looks wrong and that their compasses were malfunctioning. They claimed they were entering white water, a frothing, disorienting chaos below them. They didn't just crash. They and the 14 men aboard disappeared from our reality, vanishing from the sky itself. Now, after centuries of fear and speculation, we must ask the question that science has spent decades trying to suppress and often hide behind dismissive explanations. Is there a truly logical scientific explanation for these profoundly disturbing and unexplained disappearances? Or are we dealing with forces that lie beyond our current comprehension? For years, the public imagination was captivated by wild theories of interdimensional portals, alien abductions, and remnants of Atlantean technology. But the real, and perhaps more terrifying, Bermuda Triangle secret lies not in the sky, but deep beneath the waves, etched into the very geology of our planet. Modern satellite data, combined with advanced oceanographic mapping, has confirmed the existence of something truly terrifying: rogue waves. These are not tsunamis or storm surges. They are monstrous, solitary walls of water, some reaching heights accessorios to 100 feet, that can appear from a cow of nowhere in a seemingly clear, calm sea. A ship, even a massive one like the USS Cyclops, hit by this colossal force, is not just sunk. It is crushed instantly, torn apart, and dragged beneficios the depths in seconds. It doesn't have time to send a distress signal. It is simply and brutally erased. But what about the planes that vanished from the sky? What about the spinning compasses that plagued Columbus and the pilots of Flight 19? This is where a bizarre geological feature, known as the agonic line, comes into play. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the few places on Earth where this line exists. A magnetic anomaly where true north and magnetic north perfectly align. For a navigator, this is a disorienting nightmare. If a pilot or sailor doesn't know they are flying or sailing directly over this line and fails to account for the sudden lack of magnetic declination, their navigation will catastrophically fail. They will lose their way, flying or sailing in the wrong direction, convinced they are on course until they run out of fuel and are lost to the endless ocean. And the white water that the pilots of Flight 19 so desperately reported, that was likely a massive, violent oceanic gas explosion. The seafloor in this region is rich with methane hydrates. A geologic shift can trigger a sudden explosive release of this gas, turning the sea into a frothing, sinking trap that can no longer support the weight of a ship and can even cause engine failure and explosions in low-flying aircraft. The science tells us that the Bermuda Triangle is not a paranormal void, but a deadly and unique combination of rare natural forces. extreme weather, and the ever-present possibility of human error in a disorienting environment. These factors converge to create a perfect storm of disappearance. But even with all our advanced satellites, our deep-sea submersibles, and our sophisticated sonar, we still haven't found a single piece of the wreckage of Flight 19, or the rescue planes sent to find them. The ocean remains a place of untold history, a vast dark archive, where the deep still keeps its most terrifying secrets locked away, reminding us that we are merely visitors on a planet, has the power to erase us without a trace. The truth of the Bermuda Triangle is not that it's supernatural, but that the natural world is far more powerful and mysterious than we dare to admit. Thanks for watching. If you were fascinated by this journey into the unknown, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, The Untold Crypt, for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Let me know in the comments what you think is truly waiting beneath the waves, and which mystery you want us to uncover next. See you next time as we continue to explore the shadows of our world.